So you've narrowed down your home choices to just a couple of selections, but now you need to take a closer look at all of them. So hold on tight, because I have some pointers on what to look for on that second visit, and it starts right now. If you are new to this channel, I am Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller Realty and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Arizona Properties. And we are talking about all things real estate and about the Scottsdale lifestyle. So today our topic is going for that second visit on homes that you're considering buying. And if you haven't seen the first video, I talk about what to do on the first visit. So assuming that you've already narrowed down your selections, on this visit, your objective is really to figure out which home is going to be the best value for you. You already know that all these houses will match the criteria you're looking for, but now you need to know really which one is worth your dollars, and that's our objective and what I want to cover today. All right, so the assessment of the property starts at the curb. So I want everybody, and if you're a seller, it's good for you to watch this video and do it in reverse and pretend you are the buyer. So you want to step back, take a look at the condition of the property. So first of all, assess the landscaping. Are the plants alive or are they dead? If they're dead, you might have a problem with, here in Arizona, we have irrigation systems. So, and a general home inspector will not check that, just FYI. So that might be an issue and something that you might have to replace down the line. Secondly, how is the paint? Does it look worn? Does it look like you're going to have to replace or paint the house, in the near future? Here we have stucco. This applies to siding, wood, stain, all that stuff. I'm just talking about stucco because that's what we have here. If you are here looking in Arizona, look at the stucco, see if there's any cracks in it. Now, stucco will crack. You'll get real hairline kind of cracks, but look to see if there's a big crack, because if it's more than like something that a dime would fit through, then that's something that's a little bit more serious and something that you'd have to take care of sooner than later, because you don't want critters crawling in there at some point in the future. Okay, we changed location. It's like a little field trip today. All right, so I want you, when you go to the house, I want you to walk around the sides of the house, and I want you to look for a pipe like that. There should be two of them, one in the top and one down there and one right above it. If you see any staining coming out of the top pipe, that means that probably there's some pipe that is clogged and that heating and cooling system hasn't been serviced in potentially a while, and that might be an issue. If there's staining coming out of the bottom, that's normal and that's fine. The other thing I want you to look at is the foundation right along the ground. Are there big cracks in it? Are there chunks missing? Really just assess if there might be some foundation issue that you could be walking into. Oh my gosh, I had to get out of that sun. It's not called the Valley of the Sun for no reason here. All right, now we're gonna step inside and do a similar assessment. So again, step inside, take a look around. How clean is the house? For sellers, if you're not gonna update your house, make sure it's super clean. It does make a difference when you show it. I want you to look at the paint. Is the paint worn? Is it scuffed? Is there a bunch of nicks in it? Are you gonna is that going to be a cost you're going to have down the line? That's all the things we're looking for, is what could cost you money once you purchase the house. Look at the trim. Is the trim really nicked up? Part of that looks at also, if people take really good care of some of the finishes in their house, then that means that they're probably taking care of all the other big important stuff in the house as well. Related to the foundation outside, when you come inside, if there's tile, look at the floor. Are there cracks? Are there a lot of cracks in the tile, or just a couple here and there, which can be normal settling? Is there a huge crack that goes the length of the floor? That could be a problem. So you might want to have that as a separate type of inspection, because that's out of the scope of a general inspection. Okay, next, I want you to assess the kitchen appliances. Do they work? Open the refrigerator. Look inside the oven. Does it look like they've used it? Is it dirty? That's cosmetic, but at least it'll tell you if somebody's been using it, or if they took the time enough to clean it. Try the microwave. Put a cup of water in there and make sure that works. A general inspector will check a few of the things. They will not check the washer and dryer, so you're going to probably have to ask if that is working if you're asking for that appliance. And then also jot down, if you're going to ask for the washer and dryer, what type of washer and dryer it is and what type of refrigerator it is, so you can note that on the contract. Another thing you want to look at is the windows. Are they foggy? Are they scratchy? That means that the seal could be broken in them. Now, sometimes that can be cosmetic. It can affect their efficiency, but it might be something that you'll have to replace down the line. But also try and open them. Now, a general inspector will do that for you, but if you're just trying to narrow down these houses because it's super competitive and which one you want to put an offer in, then do some due diligence, from the get-go. All right, lastly, turn on the faucets. How's the water pressure? If you're renting, somebody gave me that tip a long time ago when I was renting, check the water pressure. I mean, unless you don't care that you can't get the shampoo out of your hair, most people care about water pressure. Like, you've all been in those hotels where it just drips on you and you're like, oh, for crying out loud. All right, lastly, I want you to go in the backyard, and you can do this in the front yard too, is take an assessment. What do the neighbors look like? Do they keep their house up? What kind of stuff is surrounding you? If there's vacant lots around this property, then you really need to assess, could something be built that will impede or affect my view at some point? So you really need to make sure that you know what you're buying into. Now, most showings will happen during the day, so I also suggest that you drive by at night. Not only will you can see what's going on in that neighborhood at night, but then you can also see, is there landscaping lighting on that property, and does it work? They only have a couple of lights. Maybe there's some issues there, and that could be a cost that you'll be facing down the line, changing some of those out, or it could just be replacing bulbs too, but you just never know. Just remember, there is no perfect house. Every home has issues. Even new houses are going to have issues. You will not escape that, I guarantee you. But you just have to assess which home is really going to suit you and or your family best, and which one checks most of the boxes and is the best value for your money. That's really what you're trying to assess on these few visits. I hope you found this information helpful. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can press the subscribe button below and press the bell so you're notified the next time we drop a video, which is usually about twice a month. If you have questions about this video or any of the videos that I have posted, please feel free to reach out and contact me. My contact information is below. And also, if you have suggestions on things that you'd like me to do a video on, please jot that down as well. That's also very helpful to me. So I always appreciate you taking the time to watch these. Again, my name is Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller Realty and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Arizona Properties. You have a great day.